Good morning, everybody. Kurt Risch here, and thanks for joining me on the One Shepherd, where we support seekers and believers. So this morning, we are continuing with our Old Testament reading of Genesis chapter 6. Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, of whom they chose. The sons of God reference here, guys, is to angels. And here in a minute, we're going to hear the word giants used. In other translations, you'll see the original word nephilim used. That simply means giants. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man, who I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air. For I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was just a man, perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Just a quick point here, guys, where it's referencing that Noah was perfect in his generation. This is a reference to the fact of Noah's faith, and because he was faithful, he was given grace. Noah was apparently the only man at that time that followed and believed in God. As we see here, he walked with God, which is a reference to a closeness to God. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And God said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood, make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Guys, the measure of a cubit, the Hebrew measure is 18 inches. The Egyptian measure of the day, I believe it was 22 inches. And the Egyptian measure was a standard measure used much like the American dollar or English is used today as a language of business and international language and measurement in this case. So if you use the Hebrew measurement of 18 inches or the Egyptian measure, just to give you an idea of the size of the ark, at 300 cubits, that puts it at somewhere between 450 and a little over 500 feet long. It makes it with a width of 50 cubits, that's somewhere between 70 and 80 feet wide, and a height of somewhere between 45 and 50 feet tall. But let's go ahead and continue in verse 16. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with a lower, second, and third deck. And behold, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy from under heaven all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark. You, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. And you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did according to all that God commanded him, so he did. So one last note here, guys. Notice God's instruction that it take the animals and creatures of its kind. So this does not mean you have to have every different breed of animal or dog, but that of its kind. So, of the canine. So this would be of the families. You don't have to have each individual species per se. Just to make a point here that the numbers aren't as great as you would think. But anyhow, guys, that's it for our Old Testament reading of Genesis chapter 6. You can join me this evening as I continue in the New Testament Gospel of Matthew. In the meantime, have a great day and God bless.